Off immediately. How's things? How are we doing? Tuesday evening, and I thought I would just take a little bit of time while the little one's in the bath, while the other one's playing football in the garden, and just talk about the 5-day challenge that is coming up and starting on the 2nd of November, Monday the 2nd of November. I feel like I started this live really poorly. So I want to talk about the 5-day challenge that's coming up. We are, a week and a half away from getting stuck into this next one. It's the second to last 5-day challenge of the year. And it has been one of the best things that I've ever really done in terms of helping people. We've had over 10,000 people come through the challenge in the last 3 years, which has been absolutely incredible. And now not every single person that has ever come through has shown up. I know a lot of people get distracted and there's things happening and they're not fully focused on themselves. It's not the right time. But the 5-day challenge for those that have committed to has been life-changing in terms of finding more clarity about the direction that they're heading. Having more self-awareness about the habits, the routines, the problem areas, understanding their anxiety and their depression and their drinking habits and their healthy habits and their nutritional habits, understanding what they're capable of physically, finding out and learning about their priority, understanding routines and planning to have more control in those areas, right? So in terms of gaining more control as a man in your own right, in your own life, having a better understanding of how to do that. Now, in terms of creating change in a man so that long term you can change the patterns that are going on here, the things that are processing in your mind, the decisions that you're making, the thought processes that you're having, the coping mechanisms and the excuses that you are coming up with consistently over and over and over again. And it's very much like that hamster wheel, right? And it's really about focusing on you. The consistency of action, the control of time and energy and productivity, the clarity of the direction that you're heading. So I want to give you a little bit of insight into what happens on the 5-day if you haven't done it or you have done it. And by the way, if any of your friends, if you've done the challenge, you can come and do it again. Bring some of your friends on board. So I know there's a lot of people who email me and say I'm bringing a friend on board who really needs it, which is great. So bring them on board. Let me just give you a little insight into the course, all right? I know that this is backwards. I know you're reading it backwards. You don't have to tell me, but this is more for me. So listen, we break it down into, let me see if I can just do this real quick. I'm just going to turn this around. Right, there we go. Look at that. That's not too bad. That's better. So look, there are 5 challenges. 5 challenges here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first challenge is about self-awareness. I'm not actually going to give away what we're going to be doing on the challenge. You have to join the challenge to find that out. Self-awareness, but making you realise where you are today in terms of your 4 pillars. Health, relationships, personal development, and your career/business. All right? It's really an eye-opener for you to stop and think a little bit about what's going on in your life. All right? Literally stopping in that rat race, stepping out of that rat race for 5 days and really appreciating where you are right now. The second one is physical, and I don't care if you're fat, you're thin, you're a crap runner, you're a good runner, if you haven't been to the gym for a while. This is literally to show you what you're capable of. And I put a little challenge on there, and I don't care if you're the slowest, if you're the weakest, if you're strongest. I just want to see that warrior spirit, okay? I want to see determination. I want to see you push yourself, and I want you to experience what that feels like again, all right? And that's why we put that in there. Priorities. Understanding that you are the priority above your children, above your family, above your job. And this is the hardest part for people to get, because if you're not the priority, how can you be the best version of yourself as a dad, as a husband, as an employee, as a peer, as a businessman? Day 4, we look at routines, specifically a morning routine to build in control. When we do a 28-day program, we really focus on this. And this is the game changer for 95% of people coming through. Building from the morning upwards, building that control, building that mindset, decision-making, implementation. And the last one is planning. Creating a plan over the next 28 days, all right? That happens here. And literally, guys, that literally only takes you 10 minutes. 10 minutes for some of these to put them down on paper or on our challenge comments. But like the thought process takes most of the day, and it gets you thinking throughout the day, right? And that is very much backed up by our live feeds here. 5 1-hour coaching sessions in the evening, like what I'm doing here right now, but specific to the subject of the day, based on the questions that you are bringing into me that are asked during the day. I'm going to answer those questions. I'm going to go into detail. I'm going to be super passionate. I'm going to swear and rant and rave and tell you the truths. If you are looking for a cuddle and you are looking for, oh, it's going to be okay, you're not going to get it, because it's not going to be okay. Nothing but hard truths and facts. And I feel that's what I needed when I wanted to change. And I feel that based on the last 3 years worth of experience, that a large percentage of people need that straight talking. They need somebody to turn around to them and say, look, the way that you're living your life is crap. The way that you're living your life and the decisions that you're making and the implementation that you're taking is not fulfilling you. It's not allowing you to live the life you want to live. You're not being the best version of yourself. The ripple effects is that your wife is sick and tired of it. You're losing your relationship with the kids. That's starting to break down. You're under pressure. You're burnt out, chronic fatigue. And unless we face the truth and face where we really are, there are going to be no changes. Okay? I can promise you 110%. This is not some scam, not some scummy wanker. It is completely and utterly free. I just need your time and your energy. All right? In 5 days, you give me 5 days and I will change your state of mind if you give me those 5 days. 2 rules to follow if you're joining. Number 1 is show the F up every single day. Every single day. Second rule is meet me and the team halfway. Do the tasks. Show up as best you can. I understand that not everyone can make the lives, but you can watch back. Okay? I promise you that this is a game changer. And I promise you in the next 3 to 5 years, this is going to take over the world. We're going to take over and dominate in terms of leading the way, in terms of changing men's lifestyle, the way they think, the way they act, rediscovering themselves. I'm trying to be serious here, and all I've got is a 3-year-old in the background peeing in the bath. And I promise you, this is the way forward. And what we do is that we base everything on my book. It's a State of Mind. And if you haven't read that, go and get it from Amazon. It's like a tenner. It's going to change the way you think. And we're putting that book, the theory of the book, into practice. All right, we're putting it into practice. And there's nothing better than getting a book, reading it, and it's great, and you get something from it. But put it into action over 5 days is powerful. It's a game changer. You're a champ? Yeah. So if you'd like to join me, there is a link on here. If it's Facebook, it's on the post. If you're on Instagram, go to my profile. It's sitting there. It is free. It costs you nothing. Please don't waste yours or mine time if you can't be bothered to show up or if you're not going to show up. I'm only simply interested in men that are ready to change their lives. Okay, I'm not interested if you're going to be negative or toxic. We just get rid of you right away. All right, I'm looking for guys that are ready to change the way that they live their lives. I'm looking for guys that are ready to change their identity and the horse shit that they keep feeding themselves every single morning that they're going to start tomorrow, that it's going to be Monday. False promises. Okay, it's straight talking, it's straight to the point. And it's especially for guys, just like Craig said, those that are rough couple of months and needs someone to kick them back into shape, straight back on track. This is not a fitness thing. This is a mixture of emotional, mental, and physical well-being conditioning. Okay, I think that's all I've got to say about it. All right, so if you want to join us, there's already 500 guys in. Come and join me in the 500 guys already on there. You will be surprised how many of you are in the same position. Okay, it's uncanny how many of you are there. So I look forward to hopefully seeing you. And on the other side, and there's any if there's any questions, just stick them in the post here, and I'll get back to you tomorrow because I'm getting in the bath with the little one. Take it easy.